Hello, Grissom Choir. This is Level 7 Music Theory Review. The main concept for Level 7 is identifying relative minor keys. So identifying what the law is based off of the do. A relative minor key is always 3 half steps behind the major key. The main thing that you really have to know in order to get the concept of Level 7 is the notes of a piano. So I'm going to scoot over. This is a simplified key chart for the notes on the piano. As you will see, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then in between certain notes, there are sharps and or flats with enharmonic spellings. We'll revisit this piano chart in just a second. So, a relative minor key is 3 half steps behind, below, or to the left of the major. So things to remember. Minor is behind the major on a keyboard, on a piano. Minor keys do not follow the same rules as major, meaning that some will have sharp in the name or flat, some will not. We always take 3 steps on the piano away. Do not count the starting note as 1. We only count the starting note as 1 when we are talking about intervals and not the minor and major keys. Relative keys have to be 2 letter names away from each other in the alphabet. This guides you in the spelling when you land on a black key. Lowercase letters signify major keys. Uppercase letters signify major keys. So let's look at this first example right here. If we did not know this answer as E minor, that is correct, but I'm going to do it step by step. It will just give you either the major or it will just give you the key signature. So we must know that 1 sharp in the key signature is G sharp. 1 sharp in the key signature is it is not G sharp, it is G major. So we have to know level 4.2, 4.3, and 4.1 as well. So 1 sharp in the key signature is G major. We would put that answer down, and it would be an uppercase M. In order to find the relative minor of G major, we have to go 3 half steps below that G. So going over to the piano, we can identify that our G is right here. There's our G. We do not count that G as 1, so we have to go 3 half steps below. So we'll go over to this black key right here. That will be 1. We'll go to this white key. That will be 2. We'll go to this next white key. That will be 3. You land on E. So that means that the relative minor of G major is E minor, and you would put a lowercase m to signify that it is a minor key. Going back to this, please remember when you are counting the steps on the piano, do not look at the side that is closest to you. You must always look at this side that is furthest away from you, so then you know what key is next based off of the black keys and the white keys. Going over to this second example, we're going to identify the major key. We have 3 flats in this key signature. For flats, you look at the next to last flat, and that is the key signature. So that next to last flat is on an E flat. So you know that the key is E flat major. Next, you go over to the piano. You identify E flat. Here is E. There is E, so you have to go to this next one over right here to find E flat. Then you count 3 half steps below, so we'd go 1, 2, 3. The relative minor of E flat major is C minor. Right now, I want you to pause and do these last 4 examples for this first concept. Once you get done doing these last 4 examples, you can play again and we will see if you got them right. Going on to this third example, we have one flat in the key signature. That is oddball F. Oddball F, F major. We go to the piano. We find where F is on the piano. F is right here. Then we go 3 half steps below. 1, 2, 3. The relative minor of F major is D minor. No sharps, no flats in the key signature. You must know that that is C major. Go to the piano. We find C on the piano. C is right here. We count down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. The relative minor of C major is A minor. 5 sharps in the key signature. For sharps, remember we look at that last sharp and we go up 1 to identify the major. So that last sharp is on A. So that means that this must be B major. Go back to our piano. We identify where B is on the piano. B is right here. We go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. It could either be G sharp minor or A flat minor. But if we remember, one of the things that we were supposed to remember is that the relative minor key has to be 2 letter names away. So if we started on B, we would have to be 2 letter names away, which means that the answer has to be G sharp minor. We could not call it A flat minor because A is right next to B. There has to be 2 letter names. It has to be 2 letter names away with 1 letter name in between. So the relative minor of B major is G sharp minor. 6 sharps. Look at the last sharp. Go up 1, so that last sharp is on E. Go up 1, F sharp major. We have to call it F sharp major because it is already sharped in the key signature. F sharp major. Go to the piano. We identify where F sharp is. F sharp is right here. We go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. We could either call it E flat minor or D sharp minor. In order for it to be 2 letter names away, we would have to call it D sharp minor. So the relative minor of F sharp major is D sharp minor. The same applies to when you are going in reverse. So when naming what sharps or flats are in the minor key, you have to go up 3 half steps and find the relative major. Then you just list the sharps or flats that are in that key. So 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. So this first example right here, F minor, we then have to find the relative major. So we go up 3 half steps on the piano from F. So we identify where F is. F is right here. We go up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. It could either be G sharp major or A flat major. But remember, there has to be a letter name in between, so it would have to be A flat major. So A flat major is the relative major of F minor. So now all you have to do is list the flats that are in the key of A flat minor. A flat major. So that would be B flat, E flat, A flat, and then you go 1 past it to D flat. I'm going to do these first 2 examples right here. G sharp minor. So if we go over to the piano, we identify where G sharp is. G sharp is right here. We go up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. We get to B major. Now what I would do on these examples, write a big B right there so that you know that that is the major, and then you list the sharps or flats that are in the key of B major. B is a sharp key. We've actually already done B major, so it would be five sharps, and that would be F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Going to this second example, D minor. We find the relative major first. Locate where D is on the piano. Here is D. Go up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. We get to F major. F major is the relative major key to D minor. There's F major. Now all we have to do is list the sharps or flats that are in the key of F major. Oddball F only has one flat, and it is B flat. Now what I want you to do is pause the video, complete these last 6 examples, and then when you get done, play the video again, and we'll see if you get them right. Going on to this next example, we have B flat minor. Using the piano, we locate B flat. We go up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. Remember that it has to be 2 letter names away. So if you start on B, then this would be called D flat major. D flat major. Now all you have to do is list the flats that are in the key of D flat major. So that would be B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and then go one past it to G flat. F sharp minor. Count up 3 half steps from F sharp. There's F sharp. You go 1, 2, 3. You get A major. A major is a sharp key. The sharps that are in the key of A major are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and that is it. There are only 3 sharps in the key of A major / F sharp minor. Going down to D sharp minor, the relative major of D sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, and it has to be 2 letter names away, is F sharp major. F sharp major. The sharps that are in the key of F sharp major we have already identified. 6 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. These 6 sharps are also in the key of D sharp minor. C minor. Locate where C is on the piano. Go up 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. You get E flat minor. E flat major. Now all you have to do is lift the flats that are in the key signature. B flat, E flat, go one past it, A flat. B flat, E flat, and A flat are the flats that are in the key of E flat major and C minor. E flat major, go back to our piano, find E flat, go up 3 half steps. It would be G flat major, G flat major. List the flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. Go one past it to C flat. 6 flats in the key of E flat minor and G flat major. Last example, A minor. Locate A on the piano. Go up 3 half steps. You get to C major. This is an easy one. There are no sharps or flats in the key of C major. So you would either put a dash or an A or leave it blank. And that is all that we have on level 7. Please make sure that you know these concepts. It's so very important that you also review 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3 so that you can master level 7. Those 3 levels are so important. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come and talk to me.